Hey, what's the 411? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy President's Day. I got me some lunch, y'all. I actually am working from home, but y'all know what I did. I got up and went out and got me some lunch. Sure did. I got my old faithful Panda Express teriyaki chicken and super greens. Yes, it's delicious and I guess nutritious. Let me say my grace and then I'll just chat with y'all. Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you for this day. I thank you for my many blessings, Lord. I thank you for the food I'm about to receive, for the nourishment of my body. In Christ's name, amen. So what's going on this fine Monday for you? This fine President's Day. Are y'all off work? Do y'all work somewhere where you're off? We not off today. But I know maybe the kiddos may be out of school and then the banks and stuff are closed. All that jazz. And if y'all don't know, this is my favorite dish at Panda Express. The teriyaki chicken. What's your favorite dish? If you eat Panda Express. Y'all. I heard something on the radio when I was out getting lunch. It was a laundry trip I had never heard of before. I don't know how I ended up on this. They were giving several laundry tips about like wash your socks in a laundry bag. You will never lose socks, blah, blah, blah. But this is one I'd never heard. Like if you shrink an item in the laundry and how do you restore it? You're supposed to let it soak in baby shampoo for 20 minutes. Now, I don't know if it's baby shampoo or water or whatever. They just said it baby shampoo for 20 minutes. And then you're supposed to lay it flat and let it air dry. And that'll do something with the fabric or something. I'm like, how is that going to stretch the fabric back out? I don't know. It looked like some workmen out there. They had all the sidewalk and part of the street marked up all the way down the street. And it looked like one out there with some orange cones or something when I pulled back up. And Amazon had put something in my mailbox. I said, why is my mailbox open? Because I knew that the darn mailman wasn't running today. I'm like, sir, who told you to put something in my mailbox? You know, I saw this YouTube yesterday, but I didn't come on to do Sunday dinner. As a matter of fact, I didn't cook until late, and I did have some, I ended up having, I thought I was going to have a salmon salad, but I got plenty of salmon in there left because I cooked 2 pieces. So I'll have one probably tomorrow or either tonight. But I ended up having some piece of salmon, half a piece of salmon and some squash and broccoli for my dinner, right? But I saw this interesting story that I was going to tell y'all about, and I wish if I can find the video again. I just happened to be on YouTube. The video was not very long. And this man was talking about what it boiled down to is 25 seconds of your day makes a difference. And I'll go so far as to say it don't even take 25 seconds. But this gentleman was talking about how this FedEx driver changed his life and how he interacts with people. And he talked about the fact that this FedEx driver, who is now deceased, would, when he delivered, would take time out to shoot a couple of shots of the ball or whatever, of the basketball with his sons. And how his sons started to, and it was just that exchange and that friendly exchange that made a difference to his son. And his sons, who don't even look forward to seeing anybody, began to look forward to seeing. He gave the young man's name, and I'm charged to my head that I don't remember the young man's name. That His sons look forward to seeing this FedEx driver. Just to that interaction of him shooting the ball with them. And ironically enough, this guy, he's a Caucasian guy, and the FedEx guy was African American or black, right? And so he said they couldn't have been polar opposites. They were so different in night and day. He said, but he came to love the young man. He said, and he doesn't really cry, but he said the day that he found out that this, and I believe this driver had 4 children of his own, if I'm not mistaken. But he came to, he said the interchange, every exchange they had couldn't have been more than 25 seconds or so, but it made an impact on his children's lives, on his life. And he said the day he found out that this young man had got killed, he said he was just sitting in his truck, you know, and got shot and killed. And he said he cried. And you just never know about the exchange you have with people. How just one word of kindness could make a difference in their life. It could have a lasting impact on him. And he talked about the impact that this gentleman had in those just seconds of interchanges that he had with not only his children. It made a difference. So don't think that whatever you do does not matter. It matters. It matters because you never know the impact or the effect that you will have, the lasting effect that you will have on someone's life. And I just kind of want to share that with you. And if I find the video, I hope I do. It might be in my history. I'm going to try to link it below. But I thought it was just a wonderful testimony. It was just a wonderful testimony. And to that, I had someone say that you can be given to a person and do everything to a person, and the person doesn't appreciate it that you're giving it to. And when you get tired and fed up, you say, but I gave you everything. And the person was explaining, this was in a relationship stance, that yeah, what you considered everything is not what didn't mean everything to me. And you know, that can be a two-fighter. That could be true. You may not be giving, and that may be your love language to give, and that may be what you expect. That the person did, just for a person to show you appreciation. But I've been in a situation where a person did show appreciation, and then when you stop doing all the stuff, I'm like, well, you didn't appreciate it. Then they'll say, well, you used to do this, that, and that for me. Yeah, but you never showed appreciation. So that could be a two-edged sword. So I guess you need to communicate, you know, if you can. But it's sad when you do communicate. With people, and then they just shrug it off like it doesn't mean anything to you. Because I told someone that how they do, you know, my birthday bothered me. It's like whatever. My birthday, August 3rd every year. Why do you act like it's nothing? Oh, I'll get you something later. I'll do this and that. And I'm very simple. It's not that I want anything big. I want you to go out all extravagant. But don't brush it off like it's nothing, because that day is not going to be, my birthday is not the 4th, 5th, 6th, or in September when you decide you want to do something. Why I'm appreciative of you doing something, you know, and it's like they showed your life. I wasn't even talking to them. I said, oh, okay. So it doesn't always work to communicate something. I was watching something, y'all, and they were talking about, a young man was talking about what he considered cheating. And he was saying, looking at another woman's post, he was just talking about how he respects his relationship. Liking other woman's pictures, because he said he don't ever want his partner, his wife or girlfriend to get the wrong idea. Liking other woman's pictures, having all these female friends and doing stuff and talking to female friends behind his wife's back. And it was just a list of things. You know, he said, you know, doing inappropriate stuff on social media, you know, meeting up with the girl and doing this and that and the third, you know. And I said to myself, you know, I'll just look back at some things when I was in relationships. And I'm thinking, I would say, in fact, I told someone this. I said, you don't really understand what cheating is. Anytime you're doing something behind your partner's back, that's ill intent. And you're setting a stage where if you're thinking it's disrespect to your mate, if you're sneaking around talking to people behind your mate's back and doing all this, you know that it's something wrong. Because if it wasn't anything wrong, you wouldn't have to sneak to do it. And the thing of it is, if you're doing something that you kind of on the fence about if it's right or wrong, and you put yourself in your partner's shoes, and you say, if my partner was doing this same thing, how would I feel? And if you wouldn't feel good about it if they did it, that's your litmus test about you need to sit yourself down and don't do it either. Okay? It's just that simple. Anyway, that's enough of that. So on to this, y'all. I heard this on, I don't know who channel is that I was watching about them potentially getting rid of the income tax. That means they would no longer withhold tax from your check. You would no longer have to file a tax through the IRS. And so that would mean that people would no longer get these big, huge returns back, and you would no longer owe these big, huge returns. And I think someone in the comments was stating that they have this similar tax and use tax in the Bahamas. And then she went on to explain that the tax would not be on new items, so you could buy a new home. Would not be on used items, so you could buy a used car and not be subjected to this tax, which I believe would aim to be 30%. You would not be subjected to this tax on used items. Or if you bought a pre-owned home, you would not be subjected to the tax. But if you bought a new build, you would be subjected to it. If you bought a new car, you would be subjected to the tax. And they said that, do you think that would curb people in the way they spend money? And also, someone made a comment that said they think that that was going to eliminate the middle class. I'm like, is there a middle class anymore even? Really? You know, so I don't know. How would you feel about that? I think whoever was in the comments, I want to say it's Jamaica, but I don't want to say that for sure. It was one of them Caribbean islands. Caribbean Queen. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, they were saying it's 15% over there. You know, where they have that. I'm getting full, y'all. That's the one thing about getting these plates. I can eat off of it about 3 times and be pretty satisfied. All right, I'm gonna eat that chicken and another piece of broccoli, and I'm gonna be done. What y'all have for lunch today? I thought about something. Of course, I take my lunch all the time. I fix my lunch, so it's a rarity to me. We have a cafeteria where I'm at. And I've been over there almost 4 years now. It'll be 4 years this year. I have never been over to that cafeteria because I bring my lunch. If I don't bring my lunch, I have a snack, but it was pretty much similar when I worked in the other place too. You know, I would go to lunch only occasionally because I would always save my money like for dinner or something like that, especially when Amber was around, you know, if she wanted to have dinner out or something, if we needed to because of her school activities. So it's a habit that I've sustained. And even now, I still have those same habits. But like I told y'all, my brother gave me some gift cards, and I ate with the gift card for this. I have another one back there he gave me too, so I'm actually full. I'm gonna put that up and get myself on back here and get back to work. I'm gonna get me something out of the refrigerator and sit back there. I'm gonna wait 30 minutes, but I'm gonna drink something here shortly. But I hope y'all are having a good day, a good President's Day, and enjoying your day off. If you're off, if you're working, and still enjoy your day. Thank God for every day that you're blessed with, because it's definitely a blessing. I was reading today that Cassie Davis, I don't know if y'all, is that her name? I think that's her name. She was a lot in Tyler Perry plays. She played Aunt Ma'am, and she played Ella in one of his shows. And I really enjoyed her. She passed at 58 years old from lung cancer. That's why I tell y'all, every day that you're above this earth, that God grants you another day. Oh, excuse me. Be grateful for it first, and thank God for it. Enjoy it as best you can. Live with the joy of the Lord. Okay? Do that. And trust God in all things. Because I'm telling you, he changes things. Anyway, I am full. I'm getting the hiccups. I overate. I know when I put that last piece of chicken in my mouth. But it was delicious. Anyway, I want y'all to know you're loved. I love you, but God truly loves you the most. Remember to always be kind to yourself and others. Be joyful and be blessed. And I'll see y'all later on this week for something or something other. Have a good day. Bye.